Desmond Bain. Let's start with Stephen A. Stephen A. was playing, what was he playing?
Solitaire.
Solitaire at the finals. The camera caught him. He's been getting dragged ever since, and I don't know where I stand on this.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith altered the landscape of debate television by joining forces on Fast Take, but getting there was a years-long battle with ESPN. For years, Stephen A. Smith has openly credited and thanked Bayless for making him a full-time debate partner on Fast Take in the year 2012. Stephen A. though has since modeled Fast Take into his own show by getting rid of Max Kellerman in 2021 and watching Bayless leave ESPN by his own will in 2016. But the thing is, Skip Bayless didn't just bring Stephen A. to Fast Take, he helped him back to ESPN. Stephen A.'s first stint at ESPN ended in 2009. According to Skip Bayless, Fast Take ratings were already going through the roof during the 2011 Tebow season. At the time, ESPN was allowing Stephen A. to make weekly appearances on Fast Take, but at the end of that season, Skip Bayless insisted on having Stephen A. as a full-time debate partner on Fast Take.
What else do we have?
Stephen A?
Yes. Stephen A., Desmond Bain. Let's start with Stephen A. Stephen A. was playing, what was he playing?
Solitaire.
Solitaire at the finals. The camera caught him. He's been getting dragged ever since, and I don't know where I stand on this.
This is what I say. You're supposed to be professional. You're paid to watch the game. You're paid handsomely to watch the game. You should watch the game. However, anybody who's ever worked in media knows that there's moments where you're completely locked in and there's moments where you're not. If people want to criticize him for playing solitaire, fine, whatever. But I don't want people to believe that he's doing something that's so far out of the realm of normal that we start to think that he's somehow a bad broadcaster and everybody else is a good broadcaster. I don't know any broadcaster who doesn't do that. I know people, we're watching breaking news on elections, we're watching breaking news on a bombing, a school shooting, whatever. People be on Instagram, TikTok, all those things. I'm talking about at CNN, at Fox, at MSNBC, playing, texting people, whatever, not paying attention to the breaking development. And also, finally, there's a way, it's like when you have kids, and you can watch your kids and do something else at the exact same time. Mm-hmm. If Stephen A. Smith has been covering basketball for 40 years, you know what I mean? And he's been a Temple, Sixers, NBA, all that. I guarantee you, he can go with them cards and watch a basketball game at the same time.
It's like when your girl talking to you and when babe, I'm joking.
There's only one problem with that. That would leave people to guesstimate or assume whether or not Stephen A. can play solitaire and watch the game at the same time.
Right. It's a bad look.
But what if there should be absolutely zero reason for people to have to assume this? One. Two, this is the worst possible time to be caught playing solitaire. There's already a lot of talk.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, the worst would be the week before you sign that $100 million contract.
Facts.
Week after you're good.
The second worst time. And that was my third point. But now, a lot of the criticism that the finals or the NBA is receiving, people are waking up. People are waking up and saying, yo, it's not just the product and how they roll that out. It's also with their licensed brand partners and how those people speak about the game. A lot of people are saying that these people don't even watch the games. Like, you got independent commentators now on Instagram and YouTube that are coming up and making a rise because people feel like Shaq, Barkley, Stephen A., and a bunch of them just don't watch the games, and you can hear that in their commentary. Mm-hmm. So to see somebody playing solitaire during the NBA Finals, a small market NBA Finals, we need all hands on deck. We need everybody to at least look like you paying attention. Mm-hmm. Now, I agree with your media point too, because it's mad hurry up and wait. It's mad dead and dry spots where you should be doing something on your phone. That's not accounting for secondary media, which is just niggas with phones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's just fans that are going to record you and put some shit out. Yeah. If the podcasters and rappers and entertainers got to deal with it, he got to deal with it also. Mm-hmm. Lastly, to your point, you just signed a contract for over $100 million is being reported. You just signed another serious contract for X amount of dollars, pays you $25 million annually. The suits are looking a lot cleaner. No solitaire. It's not a huge ask.
Or
it's not a huge ask.
Or privacy screen.
That too.
If you gotta play
That's the
solitaire.
old man shit right there.
You know what I'm saying? If you gotta do it.
And then
Just get a privacy screen.
then the double down in it, I thought was a little ill too.
Well, because he underestimates the internet. It's just like
It's a disconnect.
Jagmeet Singh, right? Like, I didn't enjoy Kendrick. Then you find he dancing at the wrong part. He said it was a timeout.
Good example.
And then the fans,
You know what?
I know they zoomed back and was like, yeah, no, there was a play going on, and you could see it. And I mean, he had to say something. Actually, he didn't have to say anything. What he should have just said was, I apologize for it. You know what I mean? I was fully locked into the game, but I apologize for appearing unprofessional.
The day before that, or the day after that, him and Jay Will got into it because he got on there and said, well, the topic was on First Take, if Greek Freak doesn't win another championship, he's an underachiever. And Jay Will was highly offended.
That was crazy.
He should have been.
And he kind of spoke to what some of the bad shock takes are doing to the game and how people view it. So, I mean, it's just incidents in a row where it's like not the time when we're on our biggest stage. They just brought back player introductions. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see them trying to fucking self-impose trophies on the, like, they trying in real time. Mm-hmm. We don't need our biggest and most recognizable commentator playing something.
How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel when you point something out like that out and then they change in real time?
Well, I'm not taking credit for that. I think a lot of people did that. A lot of people said.
Well, I didn't hear. I don't watch sports. I heard you say it, but
you know,
I didn't know that a lot of people were saying that.
I said it, and I think that a lot of them niggas listen to me. But a lot of people said that the way that you're presenting this, damn, this fucked up now.
Know what I took? They picked the wrong commentators for the game. Like, I think they picked it's Mike Breen, Doris, and Richard Jefferson. They don't do it.
But
I love Doris Burke. Huh?
I was gonna ask you who you would pick.
I like Doris Burke. You got to have some comedy. You got to have some personality. You got to have a little bit of charisma. Like, remember Mark Jackson and
Jeff Van Gundy.
They bring comedy. They crack on each other at the games. They do like a lot of these games haven't been the most competitive throughout some of the portions. Like Indiana's up 20, OKC's up 20. During that time, people are getting lulled to sleep that are watching the game. Motherfuckers be cutting it off only to find out the other team won the next day. Right? You need dialogue. You need commentary to engage the watchers and the listeners, and they are not getting it done.
And you need to not play solitaire when cameras are around.
When is Michael Jordan going to start the commentary?
But you're right though. There's no hand down, man down.
Yeah, like
Mike Green ain't even giving him a bang bang. It's nothing.
That shit is not. It ain't that. Like the shit is. I'm watching because I'm a basketball fan. But these niggas are not keeping me intrigued.
Have they done any stats on like watch time? Or not watch time, like in terms of like the percentage and stats.
It's super
Adam
down.
Silver just talked about
Honestly,
it.
I think
it's the lowest we've
like
seen.
Least watched finals in
in decades. I mean, it's bad. And I mean, I agree that the announcing will help, but ultimately, if the players aren't there, people are. I mean, I'm WNBA, same thing. I literally bought the WNBA package last Tuesday, I think, to watch Atlanta play Indiana.
To watch Caitlin.
To watch Indiana play Atlanta. And after I spending my money, signing in, doing all that shit, the moment I saw Caitlin wasn't there,
She was hurt.
and the game wasn't competitive. If it was competitive, I would have kept watching. The game wasn't competitive. I turned it off. And ultimately, if the players aren't there and the game's not competitive, it's a terrible mix. I don't think any announcer, I don't think Stephen A, whatever, nothing can fix that. You know what I mean? I think that the NBA had a terrible bout of luck this year. You know, if you think about all the NBA finals in the 90s,
Ain't no rivalry here. Ain't no outside of the Halliburton story of all the players rating him overrated and now him making it this far. There's no story to this finals, really.
Right.
There's nothing. You said you watch it because you're a basketball fan. I think those are the only people that are really watching this finals right now are just the diehard, just fans of the sport.
I agree with you. I think that ultimately, I think the NBA is being greedy. And I think they're doing a whole bunch of shit based on money and saving money in their bottom line. They fired a bunch of people that the public liked. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want to pay him. And I think that's it coming back to roost.
Let me get finals picks before we close from everybody, in case anybody's changed.
I'm still riding with Indiana. The odds aren't looking as good. But
I want the Pacers to win, but it looks like the Thunder win.
I'm still riding with it. I'm still gonna take Indiana.
They won 68 games.
I'm going back on my shit. Yeah, OKC.
I want the Pacers to win.
I said OKC was going to win in the beginning, but I'm rooting for the Pacers.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Pacers.
I really want the Pacers to beat them.
Me too. Even though I'm happy for Sam Presti, who I just learned that was a fun find. They said they found Sam Presti's old rap/blues album that he made.
Okay.
And he's on the cover.
Oh shit.
No.
I haven't heard it, but I know it's better than 3 Stacks' fucking flute album.
Piano album.
And
Or
the
flute album was hard.
Both of them shit. Oh, please.
Fuck with the flute album.
Ace Bailey is rumored to be shooting down draft boards.
Yes.
A projected top 3 pick now in some mock drafts is nowhere near the top 3. And this is because he's missing workouts. He's refusing to interview with certain people. Please.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. He's dropping down draft boards. I'm, as a 76er fan, who, yes, we're in the lottery, we have the number 3 spot. The big talk initially was, do we draft Ace Bailey? Do we draft the other kid from Rutgers?
Harper.
And it was like Ace Bailey was kind of at the top of people's list at the beginning. Rumors came out that Bailey said he would not work out for the Sixers, and there were several other lottery teams that he would not work out. Some people in this camp have said that's not true. The Sixers have said that they were never refused. They were very careful with their words. They said he never refused to work out. Some of the rumblings are saying that he's asking for, he needs specific development plans or plans to make him a superstar in order for him. Like, what is your team's plan to make me a superstar before he goes to work out for them? I understand that some players have leverage, and I want players to exercise all the leverage they have, but this might be some old man get off my lawn shit. But I'm just a little tired of these young kids who are unproven, who are not number 1 picks, who are not number 2 picks, coming out here making all these demands before they even work out for a team. That's all I'm saying. And I'm worried that the kid is going to hurt his draft stock and lose far more money than he could have, and maybe ruin a reputation, fair or unfair, for these kinds of demands. And I just don't like it. I just go work out for people and see what happens.
I think it's just a side effect of NIL. Same thing with the Shador in the league. It's pushback from the league, and it's overconfidence in the players. It's both kind of meeting ahead, and it's going to be a stalemate.
Yeah. I ain't broke and hungry no more.
I just pulled up some of these mock drafts. Dog. First of all, let me say that this draft is deep. This ain't really the one to play around in. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't just be skipping a bunch of workouts.
Right.
This ain't the one to play.
You go from number 3 to number 8.
Yeah, because VJ Edgecombe is nice. Short dude from Kansas is nice. But this mock draft I'm looking at, and